It is more than obvious that e-learning has revolutionized and changed the way we look at knowledge and skill acquisition. There is an increasing demand for learning management systems to implement and manage e-learning. Today, we will explore the purpose of learning management systems, identify components to pay attention to when the time comes to decide which system may best fit your instructional goals and the needs of your students. Then we will be diving deep into 3 specific learning management systems that have varying advantages and disadvantages. Keep in mind there are dozens of learning management systems available out there. The use of an LMS or learning management system, being very interesting for any kind of learning, becomes totally necessary in the case of distance education, since they provide the resources needed for the participants in the learning and teaching process. When deciding about the use of an LMS, an important point is to consider which should be used for each specific case to ensure the system's functionality is developmentally appropriate for its users. This decision must be made by taking into account both objective data, such as the levels of use of the hardware on which the LMS will be hosted, and subjective information, such as the experience and opinion of users of the system. Before diving deep into some of the most popular learning management systems, let's touch on the why use an LMS. First, learning management systems can be used by administrators for training purposes or by teachers to create a digital learning environment for students. In general, typical learning management systems are expected to serve as a one-stop shop that house all necessary components for an instructor to effectively design the course and for students to access information needed to complete the course. Some of the components that are important to consider when determining the specific LMS for your needs are displayed above. Be sure to weigh the cost of the program with the institution's allotted budget. Consider formatting options. Explore the platform and browser requirements to make sure that the system will work efficiently with the technology available to you and your students. Carefully assess the security features to protect your students and the integrity of the course content. Finally, examine the course management tools and find a system that will best support your curriculum. It is best for administrators, teachers, and members of the IT department to collaborate and weigh the pros and cons when discussing this decision. Create the curriculum around the content and choose technology tools to assist with teaching the concepts. Moodle is the first open source system we will look at. This means there is no cost to the user. Moodle is supported by all web browsers and allows for a handful of integrations. Learning formats that benefit from the use of Moodle are asynchronous, instructor-led, asynchronous self-paced, and blended learning. Moodle promises high-quality security for its users. The ability for instructors to reuse content is very efficient and saves valuable time. Moodle gives instructors flexibility by allowing them the option to customize default settings. One of the obvious advantages is that Moodle LMS houses a great deal of functions like course discussion and gamification to enhance the learning experience for students. These tools also organize valuable information for teachers, like attendance tracking and generating reports. Grading assignments digitally can be overwhelming. Moodle's various grading options support teachers in providing meaningful feedback to students, a very important component of e-learning. Sakai is another learning management system. It can be run on any web browser and can be integrated with Dropbox. One of the major benefits is that it supports all e-learning formats. It is important to point out that there are no security features available for this LMS. Sakai is a basic learning management system due to its limited features. Instructors create course content without customization options. Student interaction is limited to course discussions, and grading tools do not give the instructor the ability to provide specific feedback through individual comments. Canvas is the final LMS we will learn about today. Like Sakai, it can be used on any browser but does not provide security add-ons. Of all the learning management systems presented, Canvas supports the fewest e-learning formats. Canvas has equivalent formatting options to Moodle and only a few less functions. Canvas has functions like video conferencing and discussions that are essential to effective e-learning. On this slide, we've created a table to quantify some of the elements of each learning management system. Moodle has the most features and customization options, but has CPU limitations on its server. Because Sakai is a basic system, there have been fewer bugs reported and is considered the more reliable than Moodle. Even as elementary school teachers, it is important to be exposed to this type of software in order to understand how we can assist our students in developing 21st century skills that best prepare them as they transition into higher education and a technology-driven workforce.